Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you live?
I'm a retired GP and I live in Stenhousemuir, just on the edge of Falkirk. And for the last 5 years in retirement, I've been working as a citizen scientist doing wildlife surveys for various conservation organisations.
And what is it that citizen scientists do?
It's mostly about going out and doing wildlife surveys. So effectively going to look for animals to find out where they are and how many of them there are in that location and what they're doing there.
So you've done some scientific research on CalMac's ferries. Can you tell us a bit more about that, Hugh?
There are actually a couple of projects ongoing at the moment, which are part of their marine awareness programme. So one of them is working with a charity called Orca, who are looking out for whales and dolphins. The other project I'm involved with for CalMac is working with the Joint Nature Conservation Council and a project they have, which is monitoring populations of seabirds at sea. So obviously, it's fairly straightforward to survey seabirds when they're not at sea, when they're nesting on the cliffs or whatever. But when they're actually out at sea, either sat on the water or flying around in large groups and so on, that's much more difficult to do. So there is a well-established survey method for that called European Seabirds at Sea, where people stand on boats to count the birds. And JNCC, in partnership with Caledonia McBrain, have developed a system where they can get volunteer citizen scientists to do exactly the same survey. So I was involved in a pilot project for that, which involved going backwards and forwards on the Kennecraig to Isla ferry twice a day for 3 days in a row, getting extremely cold, but enjoying learning how to do the survey and identify and detect the birds. And then the project went live a couple of years ago, so I've done a few crossings where you go across and do this for real. In this one, you do it in teams of two, and one of the pair is a more experienced bird watcher who may sometimes even be a professional, but not necessarily. So you work as a pair, so again, you're supported, and again, you've got fantastic real-time learning opportunities. So big privilege to be involved in and very exciting.
What made you want to take action to improve the marine environment?
It's part of my wider concern for the health of the natural world round about us. The natural world is effectively our life support system. Without it, we human beings cannot survive. And so it's very important that we look after it and monitor it to see how healthy it is. And if we detect that there are problems, then we need to do something about that.